Good morning, everyone. My name is Tammy Sadler-Jones. I'm the Assistant City Administrator, and I'd like to call to order the License and Variance Board meeting for Wednesday, February 8th, 2017. Board members present, to my left is Roy Acree, the Fire Chief, and to his left is Scott Stokes, the Director of Public Works. The first item is a public hearing, Variance Request V17007, allow reduction of side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet, 0.77 acres, land lot 381, 642 Concord Road, City of Smyrna is the applicant.
Madam Chair, if I could, because item 3A deals with a fire station construction project, I'm going to recuse myself from this vote.
Okay, thank you. And at this time, if we can have comments from the staff or either the city's representative in regards to this particular agenda item.
Good morning, Tammy.
Good
My name is Zach Strickland with Croy Engineering on behalf of the city. The variance request is in regard to the new Fire Station 2 rebuild, and it's just required, I guess, so that the fire station could make its turn into the bays. And it's just such a narrow site that we needed to go from the 10-foot side setback to a 3-foot side setback.
Thank you. Any questions? Any additional comments from city staff?
Variance request is at 642 Concord Road for a reduction of side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet. This is the existing fire station number 2 that is proposed to be demolished and then rebuilt. And because of the required width of the building for fire apparatus movements, it requires a reduction of the side setback to 3 feet. This is on the side next to Crafty Hog. There are significant grade elevations and existing vegetation on that side that provides a buffer to the adjacent building. So we don't think that would have any negative impact. They've been notified. All the adjacent properties have been notified, and we have not heard any opposition. So we're not required to run this through the variance, but for the sake of transparency, the city has decided to bring it to the board and treat it like any other variance case. But community development's reviewed the request. We have recommended approval with one condition, that approval be conditioned upon the development of the property in substantial compliance with the site plan submitted with the variance application. That's all I've got.
All right. Mr. Strickland, as the city's representative, do you agree to the one stipulation as stated?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. If anyone else would like to speak regarding this issue, please step to the podium at this time. Seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve variance request V17-007, allow a reduction of side setback from 10 feet to 3 feet, 0.77 acres, land lot 381, 642 Concord Road, with the following condition: that approval of the requested variance be conditioned upon the development of the property in substantial compliance with the site plan submitted with the variance application.
And I'd like to second that motion. All in favor, please vote. Okay, motion passes unanimously. Thank you. Next item is a public hearing, variance request V17008, allow encroachment into city's 50-foot undisturbed buffer and 75-foot impervious setback, 0.50 acres, land lot 626, 1747 Cedar Ridge Court. Miguel Christek is the applicant. Mr. Chris Tech available or in attendance?
I left a message this morning and got voicemail, but haven't heard anything else from the applicant.
Okay. Well, why don't we just give him a few more minutes and we'll go to the next one, and then if he's not here, we'll just have to table it. Next item is a public hearing. Variance request V17009 allows 6-foot chain link fence in front yard, 2.10 acres, land lot 301, 2135 Frank Lane, Smyrna, Oakdale, Moose Lodge. Billy James is the applicant. Can you step to the podium, Mr. James? And for the record, can you state your name and tell us about your variance request?
My name is Billy W. James. I'm the administrator for the Smyrna Oakdale Moose Lodge. And Community Development has sent me a letter, and they are approving the variance with the following condition: that we have a Knox box, and I think it says 20 feet opening with the gate. The gate opens to about close to 40 feet, and we do have the Knox box from the fire marshal. Okay. So we're in compliance with that. And do you need a copy of this?
No, sir. We have a copy of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Any
good.
questions for Mr. James?
Mr. James, you mentioned that the gate did, in fact, exceed the 20-foot minimum opening requirement. Now, is this a gate that opens automatically somehow, or do you have to physically get out and open the gate?
Well, it's on rollers.
Right.
You roll the gate up and you roll it back.
But
It has a fire marshal cut out in the fence so they can get in there
okay.
and
So
open the gate if they have to.
okay. So, but this is not something that you can roll up and it automatically opens with a motor or a chain
No,
drive. It's
it
something
doesn't.
you would
No.
physically have to get out.
Mhm.
So, when you got when is the gate closed and locked?
Excuse me. When the place closes up, our hours are random hours up to 11 o'clock in the evening.
Right.
So anytime from, say, 7:30 to 11, it would be closed when the last person leaves,
Okay.
the manager of the establishment.
Okay. And even though you've stated that you read off the condition, the minimum of 20 feet, which you exceed, and with the Knox box, which you've stated here,
Yes.
that it already exists, we're going to probably leave that condition in there just for the sake of the record.
Yeah,
And if
we
you're
have to
already
have it.
compliant, then that's great.
Right. But we have to have that Knox box and for the fire marshal.
Right.
So
Right. Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. At this time, we'll have the staff make comments, please.
Applicant is requesting a variance at 2135 Frank Lane to allow a 6-foot fence in the front yard. This is on the end of Frank Lane, and the road dead ends adjacent to this property. So it's not a corner lot, it's just facing Frank Lane. There was an existing fence, from what I believe, and the applicant has replaced that fence with a new chain link fence. So it's already there. The applicant stated that the fence is required for security purposes, that there's been some criminal activity or something to that effect, and therefore the fence is needed for safety reasons. City's approved similar requests for industrial properties and for the sake of safety. So we've recommended approval of this request with the condition that's been referenced. One, a gate opening of the minimum 20 feet with Knox boxes required to ensure fire department access.
Any questions for the staff?
So the hardship here is with respect to safety or security?
Correct.
Okay, thanks.
This is a public hearing. If anyone else would like to speak regarding this issue, please step to the podium at this time. All right, seeing no one, I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Motion to approve V17-009 variance request to allow 6-foot chain link fence in front yard at 2.1 acre land lot 301 located at 2135 Frank Lane for the Smyrna Oakdale Moose Lodge, with the applicant person being Mr. Billy James, with the following condition that a gate opening of a minimum of 20 feet with Knox boxes is required to ensure fire department access.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve variance request V17009. All in favor, please vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Next item is approval of the minutes for the January 25th, 2017 meeting of the License and Variance Board.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Just a minute, Scott. Joey has.
We skipped over an item that either needs action or to be tabled until another hearing, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to table it after we approve the minutes. I was trying to give them one more minute to get here.
I apologize.
Okay.
Motion to approve the approval of the minutes of the January 25th, 2017 meeting of the License and Variance Board.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we approve the meeting minutes for January 25th, 2017. All in favor, please vote. All right. Motion passes unanimously. Mr. Chris Tech has not arrived at 10:12 a.m., so at this time I'd like to entertain a motion that we table this item V17008 until February 22nd License and Variance Board meeting.
Motion to table variance request V17-008 to the February 22nd, 2017 License and Variance Board meeting.
Second.
It's been motioned and properly second that we table variance request V17008 until February 22nd, 2017. All in favor, please vote. Motion passes unanimously. I'd like to declare this meeting adjourned at 10:12 a.m. Thank you.
I just wanted to hang around and introduce myself. I'm Zach.
Hey, man.
It's nice to meet you.
You too.
Have a face to go with a name.
Yeah. So I'm still waiting. No, just haven't heard anything back.
Heard from him. He wanted a new turn template. I used to, so we got it.